Hi, this is my video essay. So first I want to highlight if I think home is a concept or a place. When I think of home, I think of home as a concept rather than a place, considering I used to live in Framingham, and I no longer view Framingham as home simply because I adapted to my new Newton environment and I just feel safer, more comfortable in Newton. I'm surrounded by my friends and obviously my family. I don't think home is just a physical place, but rather it's the people around you and your environment and like how you feel about it, what makes it home. That makes it home. Um, Also connecting to that in the short story, The Woman Who Makes Swell Donuts, the main character, he always goes to his neighbor's house and they bond together, they like dance in the living room together, and he eats all these like donuts that just bring him back to his childhood, and he feels so comfortable in the old woman's house, and he views that environment as home. If home was just a physical place, he wouldn't his neighbor's house wouldn't be home. It's um that environment that makes it so special is like the bond they share and like those donuts he's eating, which just brings him back to like comfort and his childhood. So yeah, now moving on to the second question, do you feel that one can return home after being away for an extended period of time? And I think it depends, but coming from my own experience, don't think I don't think you can return home after being away for an extended period of time. Simply because my sister, who went to college like 2 years ago, um, she adapted to her new environment and now she views her dorm and college as home. She's surrounded by all her friends, which she like just grew this connection and feels so comfortable and safe around them. And that's her new home. College is her new home. When she comes back home, she's a completely different person. I can tell that this environment isn't the same as college. She is always constantly talking to her friends, and she's always isolated in her room. That's something very different that I noticed. Also, when I interviewed my father, he used to live in Natick for 30 years. So I asked him, do you think you could go back to Natick right now and everything feel the same as it was when you used to live there? And he said no, because one, the time difference, like it's been over like 20 years since he's lived in Natick, and also he's just adapted to a new environment in Newton, and it wouldn't be the same. But what's so interesting is my uncle, he decided to live 2 minutes away from his childhood house. So he still lives in Natick, just 2 minutes away from that house. So it's interesting. He would definitely have a very different answer from my father because Natick is still his home. So I should interview him next time. But that's so interesting how he decided to live that close to his childhood home. And just connecting to one more story, I want to like connect Dark Fiesta in a way. It was hard because I didn't really find a home concept in that short story, but maybe when Amador at the end found out when his father was having an affair with his teacher and he found his dead dog, that kind of represents how he was away from home for a bit. He found out the truth and like his youthfulness was stripped away from him, and how things can't return back to normal. Knowing the truth just changes his whole life dynamic, and he can't go home. So yeah, to answer that again, I don't think that one can return home after being away for an extended period of time. So yeah.